27, how does paragraph 8 fit into the overall structure of the passage? So again, another overall structure question, which means I want to understand the transition of ideas in and around paragraph 8, leading into it and afterward. So let's go back up and take a look. So here we're talking about the genome, the scientific interest. Paragraph 6 confirms it's more than just an oddity. We see how the genes give it different traits. Paragraph 7 says that's important because our own genomes are a mystery. So learning the genetic language can be helpful for our health knowledge. Then it goes on to say one way scientists can decipher the meaning. So they're trying to decipher the meaning of the DNA from our health knowledge. One way they can do that is to compare human genes with animals. What's been the same, what's evolved to be different. Essentially, they're introducing in 8 the idea of the next section, same and different, which is all about comparative genomics and how we study it. So we transition from what the scientific benefits are, it helps us learn about our health knowledge, to one way we can actually go about doing that. Let's check the answers for the same idea. A, it provides a transition from the discussion of the platypus genome to a discussion of comparative genomics. Yes, we're talking about the interesting points of the platypus DNA before that in sort of 5, 6, 7. And then in 8, we transition to the introduction of this idea of comparative genomics, which is one way to study that DNA. Looks like A is going to be our answer. That's simply rephrasing the text idea. Okay, B. It introduces the way that scientists solve the problem of how to study complex genomics. So wait, it solved the problem of how to study? So there's no other way to study. That's a problem that one could solve. That does not make sense. The passage doesn't say that, and it doesn't even seem logically correct. It just seems too extreme. C. It contrasts the efforts made to study different parts of the human genome with the efforts to study animal genomes. No, here's a comparison that's simply not in the passage. Here is a comparison that's not in the passage. Remember, a lot of our wrong answer choices are comparisons that just aren't made. This part of the text does not compare the different studies of the human gene with the efforts made to study animal genomes. The right idea, it's comparing the genomes to study the differences and samenesses between them, okay? So this is restating things that's not correct. D, it elaborates on the idea that deciphering genetic signals is rigorous research challenge. Well, how do we know that? I mean, I imagine it is rigorous, but there's nothing in the text that says it's hard work or it's rigorous or anything to that effect. So D is simply not in passage. The correct answer for 27 is A.